Welcome. I am Michael Quintana, and this will be a 60-minute vinyasa flow dedicated to the moon. We will be doing moon salutations, Chandra Namaskar. Unlike a sun salutation, which generally moves forward and back, a moon salutation will be moving side to side. So I invite you to set up your space that your broad side of your mat will be facing the screen. The moon is often perceived as changing. I am offering this class today in honor of a full moon. But the moon waxes and wanes, and it sometimes appears like it's not there at all. The reality is that the moon does not change. It's always a rock in the sky. It does not get bigger, it does not get smaller. What does change is our perception. What does change is the amount of surface area that is oriented towards the surface of the earth, that is reflecting the light of the sun. That's all. It is just the reflection of light that we are perceiving, and we see more of it at times and less of it at other times. In reality, the moon is constant. It is always present. And it is just our perception of it that changes. In Samkhya philosophy, in which the practices of yoga are rooted, it is believed that this world that we perceive, which is called Maya or Prakriti, that this world that is ever changing, this world that we perceive to be separate from ourselves, that we perceive there to be separate objects, separate people, that this world, in fact, is the illusion. And the truth is that there is Purusha, or this divine consciousness that pervades everything. Everything has the same consciousness, and everything is manifestations of the same. So though we might perceive that we are separate, we are, in fact, connected. Though we might perceive that the moon is changing, it is in fact constant. So as we move our bodies today, as we might have sensations and perceptions that lead us to believe that we are separate, I invite you to hold within your mind's eye, to hold within your intentions, that you are in fact deeply interconnected to everything around you. As you're ready, find your way to a comfortable seat. Your seat can look however it wishes, as long as it truly is comfortable. When you find your seat, snuggle in, root down into your sit bones, stack your heart over your hips, and then stack your palate, the roof of your mouth, over your heart. If you choose to join me, we will greet each other with the sound of Om 3 times in unison. If Om doesn't feel right for you today, you might explore a gentle hum. And if humming doesn't feel right, you might just close your eyes and receive the sound. We'll take a breath in together, and then let that go. Inhale for Om. As you're ready, we're going to find our way onto our mats in a tabletop position. So we're going to stay facing the broad side of the mat. So you might bring your knees onto the mat. You might choose to bring your hands to blocks, or maybe you bring your hands directly onto the floor in front of you. As you find your way onto your mat, breathe. As you breathe, you may notice subtle shifts and changes in the form of your body. That could be the movement of your belly or the movement of your ribs. You might choose to consciously link movement to your breath. So perhaps on an inhale, you curl your toes under and draw your heart forward and invite your crown and tail to rise. As you exhale, you might press the tops of your feet into the mat and lift the back of your heart high and invite your crown and tail to shift down. You might continue to move between these forms of cat and cow, or perhaps your body is looking for an alternate form of movement. Maybe that's drawing your left shoulder towards your left hip, and then drawing your right shoulder towards your right hip. Maybe the motion is circular, circling your neck, or circling your hips over your knees and shoulders over your wrists. Maybe your body is looking for a moment of stillness. Move in any way that feels natural to you. As you're ready, return your spine to a neutral form. Stack your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists. With an inhale, extend your left leg behind you. Keep the ball of your left foot on the mat. Fire up your left quad. Press back through your left heel. Press the top of your right foot into the mat so both of your legs are active. Press your left hand firmly into the earth. And as you inhale, reach your right arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Press your right foot and left hand into the earth, and perhaps you lift your left leg. From here, with an exhale, we're going to reach our right arm to the right and our left leg to the left, finding an awkward airplane. And as you inhale, reach our right arm forward and our left leg back. Bird dog. Exhale, awkward airplane. Inhale, bird dog. Exhale, awkward airplane. Inhale, bird dog. Exhale, awkward airplane. And then we're going to drop our left foot off on the earth. We're going to drop our right hand off on the earth. Perhaps right hand, right knee, and left foot all come into a line. We're going to stack our hips and shoulders. Maybe left hand's coming to your hip. Maybe it's reaching overhead. Maybe it's making large circular motions. One more breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to ground our left hand and we're going to walk our hands forward. Inhale, take your left leg behind you. Exhale, drop your left knee off. Inhale, reach your right leg behind you. Keep the ball of your right foot on the mat. Fire up your right quad, push back through your right heel. Press the top of your left foot in the mat so both legs are active. Press down through your right hand, and as you inhale, reach your left arm forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Press into the top of your left foot and your right hand. Inhale, lift your right leg. As you exhale, we'll find awkward airplane, left hand to the left, right foot to the right. Inhale, bird dog. Exhale, awkward airplane. Inhale, bird dog. Exhale, awkward airplane. And we're going to drop the right foot off. We're going to drop the left hand off. Perhaps left hand, left knee, and right foot are all in a straight line. Stack your hips and shoulders. Right hand might come to your right hip. Right hand might extend overhead. Perhaps you're taking large circular motions with your right arm. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to ground our right hand down. We'll walk our hands forward. With an inhale, take your right leg behind you. And exhale, drop your right knee off. Curl both sets of toes under. Inhale, draw your heart forward and lift your crown. Exhale, press through your hands, lift your belly. Press back through your heels and float your knees. Drop your knees off. Inhale, draw your heart forward, lift your crown. Exhale, press through your hands, lift your belly. Push back through your heels and float your knees. Drop your knees off. Inhale, draw your heart forward, lift your crown. Exhale, press through your hands, lift your belly, press back through your heels and float your knees. Push through your hands one at a time. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Ground your heels on the earth. Knees are bent. We're trying to spread the earth apart with our feet. Fire up your glutes and lift your belly towards your spine. Inhale, reach your hips back into your crown forward. Spine's parallel to the floor. Exhale to release. Inhale, reach your hips back into your crown forward. Spine's parallel to the floor. Exhale to release. Inhale, lift your belly, hips back, crown forward. As you exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, lift your shoulders to your back. Fire up your glutes and your belly. Inhale, rise with a long spine. Exhale, release your hands. Mountain pose. We are going to step to the left side of our mat. We're going to take blocks, and we're going to set our blocks over to the right. We're going to begin our moon salutations. Chandra Namaskar. Inhale, draw your arms overhead. Exhale, arc towards the center of your mat. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, arc away from center. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, open your arms and legs, make an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, extend your arms and legs, turn your left heel out, draw your right heel in. Exhale, your right arm reaches over your right leg. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, bring your hands down to blocks. Inhale onto the ball of your left foot. Exhale, drop your left knee off on the mat. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Perhaps your arms come overhead. Exhale, return your hands to blocks. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, turn your left heel down to the mat. Inhale, walk your hands in blocks towards me. Extend both legs. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Inhale, walk your hands to the left. Come on the ball of your right foot. Exhale, drop your right knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Arms might come overhead. Exhale, return your hands to your blocks. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, turn your right heel down to the earth. Inhale, reach your right arm to the ceiling, triangle pose. Exhale here. Inhale, rise, make an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, step to your right, arms overhead. Exhale, arc towards the center of your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale to arc away from center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, your arms overhead. Exhale towards the center of your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arc away from center. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands come together in front of your heart. Inhale, open your arms and legs, create an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, extend your arms and legs, right heel out, left heel in. Exhale, reach over your left leg. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, hands come to blocks. Inhale, on the ball of your right foot. Exhale, drop your right knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders, arms come overhead. Exhale, return your hands to blocks. Inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, ground your right heel down. Inhale, walk your hands and blocks towards the knee. Extend both legs. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Inhale, walk your hands to the right. Come on the ball of your left foot. Exhale, drop your left knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, return your hands to blocks. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, turn your left heel to the mat. Inhale, your left arm overhead, triangle pose. Exhale here. Inhale, rise, create an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, step to the left, arms overhead. Exhale, arc towards center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arc away from center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. That was just one cycle of Chandra Namaskar, and we will do one more. Inhale, draw your arms overhead. Exhale, arc towards center. Inhale, rise. Exhale to arc away from the center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, open your arms and legs, create an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, extend arms and legs, left heel out, right heel in. Exhale to reach over your right leg. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, bring your hands down to blocks. Inhale onto the ball of your left foot. Exhale, drop your left knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, return your hands to blocks. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, turn your left heel to the mat. Inhale, walk your hands towards me. Extend both legs. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Inhale, walk your hands to the left. Turn onto the ball of your right foot. Exhale, drop your right knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, return your hands to blocks. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, turn your right heel to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm toward the ceiling. Triangle pose. Exhale here. Inhale, rise. Make an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, step to the right. Arms overhead. Exhale, arc towards center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arc away from center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale towards center. Inhale, rise. Exhale away from center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, open your arms and legs, make an X. Exhale, bend your elbows and knees. Inhale, extend your arms and legs, right heel out, left heel in. Exhale to reach over your left leg. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, hands to your blocks. Inhale on the ball of your right foot. Exhale to drop your right knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, return your hands to your blocks. Inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, turn your right heel to the mat. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Inhale, walk your hands to the right. Come on the ball of your left foot. Exhale, drop your left knee off. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale to return your hands to blocks. Inhale to extend both legs. Exhale, turn your left heel to the mat. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Exhale here. Inhale, rise, create an X. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, step to the left, arms overhead. Exhale towards center. Inhale, rise. And exhale away from center. Inhale, rise. And as you exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Actively press the L shape between your thumb and index fingers together. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Lift your heart towards your thumbs. Push both of your feet down into the earth. Try to spread your mat apart with your feet. With an exhale, we'll bend our knees. We're going to take our hips back before they go down for a chair pose, Utkatasana. Continue to push your feet into the floor. Continue trying to spread the floor apart with your feet. Continue pressing your hands together and lifting your heart towards your thumbs. If you want more challenge, you might explore taking your hands towards your head. You might even reach your arms overhead. One more breath in, and as you exhale, fold over, straight legs, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Take a moment to gather your blocks. We're going to bring our feet together at the midline of our body. That's the imaginary line that splits you into a right and left half. We're going to ground our hands onto our blocks directly beneath our shoulders. Push down into your blocks and then draw your shoulders towards your hips so your heart begins to reach forward. Press your right foot firmly into the mat, and as you inhale, lift your left leg directly to the side. Reach your left knee and toes forward as you reach both hips back. Activate your right hip to stabilize your left leg. One more breath. And as you exhale, drop your left foot off. You might choose to pedal out your feet between sides. As you're ready, we're pressing our hands into our blocks, shifting our shoulders towards our hips so our heart is reaching forward. Press your left foot into the mat. With an inhale, lift your right leg directly to the side. Reach your right knee and toes forward as you reach your hips back. Activate your left hip to stabilize your right leg. One more breath in. And as you exhale, drop your right foot off. You can pedal out your feet. From here, we are going to open up our feet about as wide as one of your legs is long. With our feet wider, we might find that it's easier to bring our hands directly to the ground, and you're welcome to find that place. We are trying to spread the mat apart with our legs. At the same time, we're activating our inner thighs and pulling our legs back together. Invite the top of your pelvis to roll towards the floor. You might imagine lifting your tail all the way up towards the sky. Maybe your elbows connect to blocks or connect to the floor. For some, maybe their head connects to a block or their head might connect to the floor. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged standing forward fold. Press your feet into the earth, fire up your quads, press your hips back and your heels down. Inhale, reach your hips back and your crown forward. As you exhale, we're going to turn our left knee and toes to the left and bend deeply into our left knee. As you inhale, walk your hands to the left and we're going to come up onto the ball of our right foot. Perhaps you bring your blocks with you and we ground our hands on blocks beneath our shoulders for a low lunge. We are actively pressing back through our right heel. We're actively pushing down with our left foot. Fire up your inner thighs and imagine reaching your left hip backwards towards your right foot. Lift your belly towards your spine. Fire up your glutes. And we're going to walk our hands to our left thigh. And the arms might assist in lifting our shoulders over our hips for a high lunge. We continue to push back through the right heel. We continue to push down into the left foot. And perhaps our hands start to walk their way up the front of our body. Maybe they even start to reach towards the ceiling. We're going to take one more breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to return our hands to our blocks. We are going to press forward through our right foot. We might take a series of steps forward until we find that we can lift our right heel towards the ceiling for a standing split. Some of us might find that we can push ourselves forward right into that shape. We press down into the left foot and we activate the left hip to stabilize our right leg. We're turning our right knee and toes towards the earth and trying to lift our right foot with our glutes and inner thighs. If you want more challenge, left hand might connect to your left leg. For more challenge, the right hand might join it. Prasarita, or the Ekapadasana. We're going to take one more breath here in our standing split. As you exhale, we're going to bend both knees.
and draw our right knee towards our left heel. With an inhale, reach your right foot to the other side of the mat. Exhale, turn your right heel to the mat. Inhale, extend both legs, walk your hands in blocks towards the broad side. And again, we'll take a wide-legged standing forward fold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Press into both feet, fire up your quads. Inhale, lift your belly, reach your hips back and your crown forward. So you exhale, turn your right knee and toes to the right and bend into your right knee. Inhale, walk your hands in blocks to the right. Come onto the ball of your left foot for a low lunge. Push back through your left heel. Push down with your right foot. Engage your inner thighs. Reach your right hip back towards your left leg. Lift your belly towards your spine. Fire up your glutes. Hands come to our right thigh, and we start to draw our shoulders over our hips. We keep pushing back through the left foot. We keep pushing down with the right. Hands might stay on our right leg, or they might walk back to your hips, or start to walk up the front of your body. They might even reach towards the ceiling. We're going to take one more breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to return our hands to our blocks. We're pushing down into our right foot. We're pressing forward with the left foot. Maybe we're taking a series of small steps. Or maybe we push so firmly through our right foot that we're lifting our hips and our left leg into the air. Standing split, we push the right foot into the floor. We're engaging the right hip to stabilize our left leg. Left knee and toes turn towards the seat, towards the floor, and we're lifting our left leg with our glutes and our inner thighs. For more challenge, right hand might connect to your right leg. Maybe your left hand joins it. One more breath in. As you exhale, bend both knees. Draw your left knee towards your right heel. Inhale, reach your left foot towards the other side of your mat. Exhale, turn your left heel to the earth. Inhale, extend both legs. Walk your hands in blocks towards the broad side of your mat. Find your way to a wide-legged standing forward fold. In your wide-legged standing forward fold, we're going to push both feet into the floor. We're simultaneously trying to spread the mat apart and squeeze our legs together. So lift your tail towards the ceiling. Start to crawl your hands to the left. We're looking for a lengthening in the right side body. So if that's what you're feeling already, you're doing it. Some might walk their hands so far to the left that they take their right hand and they grab onto their left foot or leg. You might give a gentle tug on your leg to shift your chest a little bit more towards the left. Release. Gently walk your hands towards center. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to crawl your hands to the right. Hands might stay on the ground if we're experiencing stretch of the left side body. For more intensity, left hand might grab onto right foot or right leg, and with a gentle tug, might help us to shift our ribs towards the right. One more breath in. And as you exhale, release. Walk your hands back to center. With an inhale, turn your left knee and toes to the left. As you exhale, bend into your left knee. Walk your hands to the left, and we might connect our left hand to a block or the earth on the inside of our left foot. Maybe it's left elbow to our left knee. Right hand might come to our right hip, or it might extend overhead. Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Press both feet into the earth. Try to spread the earth apart with your feet. Whatever your left arm is connected to, press into that connection. Draw your shoulder blades together and invite your chest to turn towards the ceiling. Press into both legs, fire up your glutes. Inhale, draw your shoulders over your hips. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, hands might be connected to our hips, or arms might be extended parallel to the floor. We're continuing to press down into our legs and to spread them out apart with our feet. Press into your left big toe mound and your left inner heel, and as you inhale, extend your left leg. As you exhale, take the top of your left hip back as you reach your left arm forward. Left hand might connect above or below our left knee. Left hand might connect to a block. Right hand might come to our right hip, or it might reach towards the ceiling for Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Both feet push into the floor. We're still trying to spread them out apart with our feet. Inner thighs are engaging, and we're going to reach our left hip towards our right foot. Whatever your left arm is touching, we're going to press into that and squeeze our shoulder blades together to invite our chest to lift towards the ceiling. If you want more challenge, your right arm might reach overhead. For even more challenge, the left arm might join it. One more breath in. As you exhale, we're going to bend our left knee and return our right hand to our right hip. Left hand is going to gather that block, and it's going to reach that block in front of our left toes. We're going to heel toe our right foot in closer to our left. And at some point, we might feel that we can push into our left foot to lift our hips. We might engage our outer hips to lift our right leg. Finding our way to a half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand's on its block. I like to bring that block wider than my left foot. Pressing into my left arm, squeezing my shoulders together. My chest is trying to turn towards the ceiling. Maybe I reach my right hand to the ceiling. Maybe I'm reaching my right arm overhead and finding a deep stretch through the right side of my body. One more breath in. To exhale, we're going to bend our left knee. We're going to reach our right foot to the other side of the mat. And we're going to find our way back to a wide-legged standing forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Take a breath in and out. With an inhale, turn your right knee and toes to the right. To exhale, bend into your right knee. Inhale, walk your hands to the right. Your right hand might connect to a block on the inside of your right leg. Maybe your right elbow comes to your right knee. Left hand comes to your left hip or reaches overhead. Parshvakonasana, side angle pose. Press both feet into the earth. Continue to spread the earth apart with your feet. Whatever your right arm is connected to, press into that connection and draw your shoulder blades together. Turn your chest towards the ceiling. Press into both legs. Fire up your glutes. Inhale, draw your shoulders over your hips. Virabhadrasana 2, hands might come to your hips. They might extend parallel to the floor. Continue pressing down into your legs. Continue trying to spread them out apart. We're going to ground into our right big toe mound and our inner right heel. As you inhale, extend your right leg. As you exhale, take the top of your right hip back as you reach your right arm forward. Triangle pose. Right hand might connect above or below your right knee. Right hand might connect to a block. Left hand might come to your hip. It might reach towards the ceiling. Press your feet into the earth. Fire up your inner thighs and reach your right hip towards your left foot. Press down to your right arm. Draw your shoulder blades together and invite your chest to turn towards the ceiling. For more challenge, your left arm might reach along the side of your head. For yet more challenge, the right arm might join it. With an exhale, bend your right knee. Left hand comes to your left hip. Right hand's going to come to a block. We're going to scoot that right hand forward. Then we can heel toe our left foot in until we can press down through our right foot and lift our left leg. Left hand might stay on our left hip. It might reach towards the ceiling. It might be reaching overhead towards the floor. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand might stay on the block. I like that block wider than my right foot. Maybe your right hand is coming off the earth. One more breath in. As you exhale, bend your right knee, reach your left foot to the other side of your mat. Find your way back to your wide-legged standing forward fold. Perhaps this time, as you lift your tail towards the ceiling, you might hold on to opposite elbows or onto the base of your skull and just allow your spine to hang heavy. Inhale, lift your belly, lengthen your spine. Turn your left knee and toes to the left. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Inhale, walk your hands to the left. We're going to flip up on the ball of our right foot. We're going to ground our right hand onto a block or the earth beneath our right shoulder. Press into your right arm, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Turn your chest towards your left knee. Your left hand might connect to your left knee or to your hips, or it might reach overhead. We're in a twisted lunge. If your right wrist does not wish to take on all of this pressure, you might explore bringing your right elbow down to a block or the mat. We're going to be pushing through our right arm and squeezing our shoulder blades together. And then from here, we're going to walk our left foot down the length of our body. When your left foot's even with your hips, the left knee and toes point away, and we're going to shift onto the pinky edge of our right foot. Supported side plank. Press through your right arm. Engage your inner thighs. Lift your hips. Maybe you're going as far as to stack your legs for a full Vashisthasana side plank. Maybe you step your left foot behind you, and by squeezing your shoulder blades together, start to turn your chest towards the ceiling. A wild thing. Whew. As you're ready, we're going to drop our hips off onto the floor. We're going to turn to face the broad side of our mat. Our right leg is extended. We're going to place our left foot flat on the floor. From here, we're going to explore a little bit of hip mobility. So, some of us might be able to push into our left foot and lift our left hips right off the ground and return to our lunge. Many of us will find that to be a struggle. So we're going to start with the left hand behind us, and we're going to explore lifting the hips by pushing down into the left foot. As you lift the hips, we're going to start to turn the right foot to the mat. I'm going to reach over my leg to come back to my lunge. Beautiful. Return yourself to your wide-legged standing forward fold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As you inhale, turn your right knee and toes to the right. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Walk your hands over to the right. We're going to ground our left hand beneath our shoulder. We're coming onto the ball of our left foot. Press down into your left hand. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Turn your chest towards your right knee. Right hand might stay on your right knee. It might come to your hip. It might reach overhead. If our left hand doesn't want to bear the weight, we might explore bringing our forearm down to a block or the mat. We're actively pushing through our left arm and squeezing our shoulder blades together. From here, we'll walk our right foot down the length of our body. When your right foot's even with your hips, right knee and toes face away from you. Press into your right foot, shift to the pinky edge of your left foot. Engage your inner thighs to lift your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to open your chest. Salamba Vashisthasana, the supported side plank. Maybe you determine that you do not need said support, and you might stack your legs. Some might go as far as to step their right leg behind them and turn their hips and chest towards the ceiling, moving towards a wild thing. And from wherever we are, we're going to lower our hips down to the mat. The left leg will remain extended, but we're going to open our hips and chest to face the broad side of the mat. Right foot's coming flat on the earth. Some of us might have the mobility to just lift our hips and find our way to our low lunge. That's our goal, maybe one day, to get there. If we're not there yet, we're going to start with the right hand behind us to help us lift the hips. We're pushing the legs into the earth. We're going to turn the left foot to the mat. We're reaching over our body to find our lunge. And then we'll return to a wide-legged standing forward fold. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more breath in and out. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. Feet are wider than our hips. Knees and toes are going to face away from each other. As you exhale, bend your knees, reach your hips back before they come down. And we're going to find Malasana, squat pose. Press both feet into the earth. Try to spread your knees apart. It's important that we keep our heels grounded. So that might mean that your hips are a bit higher than mine. It might mean that you choose to land your hips on a block in order to create more space to ground through your heels. We're going to connect our left arm to our left leg. We're going to push our arm into our leg, and our leg is going to push right back. From this place of connection, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and turn our chest to the right. Your right hand might connect to your right knee. Right hand might reach towards the ceiling. Left arm continues to push into our leg, but maybe the hand reaches to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath in. As you exhale, we'll unwind. Press your right arm into your right leg. The leg presses back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Turn your chest to the left. Your left hand might come to your left knee. Left hand might reach towards the ceiling. Right arm continues to push into your leg, but maybe you reach your hand towards the floor. One more breath in, and as you exhale, we'll unwind. We're going to bring our hips all the way down to the ground, and we're going to extend our legs in front of us for a staff pose, Dandasana. We're going to roll the top of our hips forward so that we're perched on the edges of our sit bones. Draw your shoulder blades back, lift up through your heart, then press your hands towards the floor by your hips, and it's okay if your hands do not fully connect to the floor. Fire up your quads, press the backs of your knees towards the earth. If pressing your knees down causes your back to round, allow for a little bend in the knees so that we can prioritize that lift through our chest. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, bend both of your knees. Fire up your inner thighs so you can press your big toe mounds and inner heels into the earth. Hold on to the back of your legs. Draw your shoulders back, lift up through your chest. You might elevate your chin and open your throat, and you could stay right here for boat pose, Navasana. Or perhaps your feet float off the mat. You might choose to release your legs you might choose to extend your legs. Keep the pelvis rolling forward so that you're perched on your sit bones and that you're not rounding your low back into the floor. One more breath in. And as you exhale, ground your feet. Take a deep breath in and out. We're going to take the peace fingers of each hand and grab our big toes of the same side foot. We are rolling our shoulders back and lifting up through our chest. We want to perch on our sit bones, and we might act like a 1-year-old and explore just lifting our feet one at a time. When my friend Wyla was very young, she could put her whole foot in her mouth like this. I have long since lost that ability. But maybe you discover that you might still have the capacity to bring both feet up at the same time. So rolling the top of the pelvis forward, you might go as far as to fully extend your legs. If that causes a shift in your spine, keep your knees bent. We're prioritizing the lifting action of our heart. We're going to find our way to a seated, wide-legged forward fold. You might just place your feet on the ground one at a time. If you have a lot of extension through your legs, you might really fire up your quads and extend your legs long, 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 and allow yourself to fall forward and to land on the backs of your calves. From here, we are going to fire up the quads and press the backs of our knees towards the floor. We're going to imagine rolling the top of our pelvis forward, like we're going to lift our tail up into the air behind us. We're leading belly towards the floor, and maybe our hands are behind us and helping us to push our belly forward. If you're feeling this, you're doing it. Some might have the capacity to bring hands or elbows to the blocks in front of them. Maybe hands and elbows come to the floor. You could support your head in your hands. Some may have the capacity to bring their bellies all the way to the floor. Keep pressing the backs of your knees down. Keep inviting your tail to rise into the air behind you. And then slowly, we're going to walk our hands over to the left. And maybe your hands end up framing your left leg. Maybe your right hand connects to your left leg and gives it a gentle tug to help shift your ribs to the left. Keep pressing the backs of your knees down and try to anchor your right hip into the earth. Walk your hands back through center. And as you're ready, take your hands over to your right. Your hands might end up framing your right leg. Maybe your left hand connects to your right leg and helps to shift your ribs a little bit to the right. Actively try to press both of your knees down and to anchor your left hip into the earth. Walk your hands back to center. And then we're going to rise up to a tall seat. Bring your right arm along the side of your head. And we're going to reach up and over to the left. If your straddle is on the narrower side, your left hand might connect to a block or the earth. And by pushing through your left hand, you can draw your shoulder blades together and invite your heart to turn towards the ceiling. Maybe your left arm is connecting to your leg, or in front of your leg, the principle is the same. We press through our left arm and draw our shoulder blades together to invite our heart to turn towards the ceiling. The right arm is reaching up and over our head. It might one day find our left foot, but the reach is what's important. Turn your chest towards the floor, and then walk your hands back towards center. We'll sit up. Left arm's going to come along the side of our head. And we're reaching up and over to the right. Right hand might connect to the block or the ground behind your right leg. And by pressing into the floor and squeezing our shoulder blades together, we might turn our chest to the ceiling. Maybe your right hand's connecting to your leg or to the floor or block in front of your leg. We still draw the shoulders together and turn our heart towards the ceiling. Left arm is reaching up and over. It's reaching for the right foot, but it may never ever reach it. We'll turn our chest towards the floor, and then we're going to walk our arms forward. And then with an inhale, we'll rise up to a seat. We're going to bring our legs together, and we can face either of the short sides of our mat. Bring your blocks by your hips, and we're going to slowly lower down onto our backs. Ground your feet near your sit bones. Fire up your inner thighs, press to your big toe mounds and inner heels. Lift your hips and slide one of your blocks on the short setting under your pelvis. We want the edge of the block to be even with the top of our pelvis so that we are not asking our spine to bend around a corner. With our hips elevated, we're going to imagine sending our tail towards the floor, which feels like I'm pushing my hips back into my block. Press the back of your head and shoulders into the floor to help stabilize. And then one at a time, you might extend your legs. Backs of the heels are on the floor. We're still pressing our hips into the block, and the back of our head and shoulders into the floor. You're welcome to stay here. If you are interested in feeling more sensation in the body, you might ground your feet under your knees and lift your hips higher and place that second block on top of the first. We still press the back of our hips into the block, the back of our head and shoulders into the floor. We can explore extending our legs. If we're feeling discomfort in the body, ground your feet under your knees and go down a setting on the blocks. It might even be the case that your body just prefers to be flat on the ground, that even one block could be too intense. You might choose to remain in this supported back bend, the supported bridge pose, for longer. If that's what your body is calling for, please answer the call. Otherwise, if you're ready to exit, I invite you to ground your feet under your knees. And by pressing down through your feet, lift your hips up enough that you can remove the blocks and lower your hips all the way down to the earth. Let your knees fall to the left side of your body for a gentle twist, just to help release some of the efforts of this practice. As you're ready, you can return the back of your hips to the mat and let your knees fall to the right for a gentle twist. And then we return our hips to the back of the mat, and we're going to prepare ourselves for our final rest, Shavasana. You might just allow your body to come to rest directly on the floor. If you chose to stay in that supported bridge and it feels productive to you, you might remain in that shape for your rest. Maybe you explore bringing the blocks under your knees to elevate the lower legs and create a little bit more of a settled quality in our hips. You might choose to change direction that your feet are facing. You might choose to bring something over your eyes and invite darkness into your experience. As you settle into this final form of our practice together, invite your muscles to release their grip on your bones. Release the conscious regulation of your breath. Release any habit of paying witness to thought patterns in your mind. And just rest here in this moment. Deepen your breath. Draw awareness into your body. Move in any way that feels natural to you. And as you are ready, draw your knees towards your chest and find your way to the right side of your body. There is no wrong side. With heavy hips, press your hands into the earth to rise up to an easy seat. Allow your palms to meet in front of your heart. And if you choose to join me, we'll seal our practice together with a unified sounding of Om. Inhale. Om. May all beings be free from fear and free from shame, and may all beings have the opportunities to be who they truly are. I bow to the teacher within you. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Jai.